It's a topic that we need to talk about today. I am so sick of having to put up with this. And I'm gonna make a video and let's see how many people agree with me on this exact topic. Today we're gonna be talking about car games in general. I am so sick and tired of these car games not doing what they're supposed to. The last time we have had a good car game was back in like 2009, 2010, like around the Need for Speed Pro Street era. So tired of these modern day video games copying and pasting the same cosmetic parts, copying and pasting the same handling physics or the same engine mods or the same this or the same that. When are we gonna actually get a good game developer to make a good game that's different? Like who else agrees with me? Like we're playing pretty much the same game over and over and over again, copy and paste, just with different maps or a little bit tweaked graphics or a little bit tweaked engine sounds. When are we actually gonna get a game that changes everything? Like it changes the full look of the graphics. This is 2023. This is not 2010. When are we gonna get a proper car game, man? Like I'm so sick of this. I sit here day in and day out because a lot of people know me, a lot of people don't. I'm a car YouTuber and I do cars and everything around cars specifically. I have a GT500 in real life. I love cars. Like I'm a car guy. I may not know everything about cars, but I am a true car enthusiast. I love cars. And it bothers me that I play these car games and you have the same copy and paste things back from 2016 or 2017. The Crew, for instance, I'm playing the Crew Motorfest right now. The Crew 1, it started this franchise off, I guess you could say. It was a really nice game. The graphics wasn't that great, but back in that time, the graphics was decent because at that time, it was different. It was a different era, time frame. It was different. Everything was changed. The new graphics, new physics, new car game, new handling, new everything. And then you get the Crew 2, which I think released in 2017 or 2018. I think the Crew 1 released in 2014, 2015, one of those years. And then they came out with Crew 2 in 2017 or 2018. And they changed it a little bit, but they made it worse. Like they have the worst graphics, they have the worst physics. That everything is pretty much worse in that game. The only thing that's better in that game is the amount of cars that they have, because they added more cars, or maybe a couple of engine sounds were tweaked and made it a little bit better. But everything else is about the same or even worse. In the Crew 1 map, it's detailed. Like if you go to Detroit or if you go to Los Angeles or something, it looks like the actual place almost, like as if it was in real life. But in the Crew 2, it looks cartoony, like it came from The Simpsons or something. Like it's freaking terrible. And then you have this game, which, granted, I like this game. It's a really nice game. It's a bit of a step up from the Crew 1 and 2. But again, it falls under that copy and paste issue. The cars on here have the same customization, or not even that. This is a 2023, 2024 game, and half the cars don't even have the right customization to where you can customize the car all the way. Like this Nissan Z, for instance, this car just got released, right? And you can't even change the wheels on this car. This car only has 2 wheel options, and that's from the factory wheels. I can't even put custom wheels on this car. I can't slam cars on this game. I can't even tune like the engine sound and all that. I can't put a turbo on the car. I can't put a supercharger on the car. Everything has to be from what the car has from the factory in this game. They added some stupid engine sound mod or whatever from the Summit, but how many people have that? And not only that, that's not helpful because it doesn't add an actual turbo. Like if I was to race that car with that engine sound and race somebody else with the exact same car and they don't have that, it's just a sound. That's it. It don't have any horsepower change or performance change. It's just a sound. Like it's ridiculous what these car games get put through, and it's a shame what these developers do. And it's not with just these developers, it's just with everything in this world. everything is downgrading for a higher price or a higher value, and it makes no sense. Things should get better and better with higher value, not worse with higher value. And what I'm pretty much saying is, like, these car games are downgrading for a higher price. Like, it makes no sense. Like, this game just came out about a month ago, and people are already bored of this game. Like, I'm just gonna say it right now. I'm bored of this game. There's nothing to do on this game. I can't play with my friends. This game's supposed to have crossplay, but it doesn't even have crossplay. It only has it for the freaking liveries. Who cares about that? And I can't even play with my friends. I have it on PC. I usually buy these type of games on PlayStation, but it doesn't matter. I should be able to play with people as a cross-play game because this is 2023. Need for Speed Unbound has crossplay. Need for Speed Heat has crossplay. And Need for Speed Heat was made in 2019. And that game has crossplay. I mean, it took some time for them to add it, but still, it has crossplay. And it makes no sense at all. Like, these games I have zero tolerance for what these developers are putting these games through. Forza Motorsport 8. And that game has the same copy and paste car list from Motorsport 7, Motorsport 6. And not even that, half the cars that are in the current games, they didn't even add that to the new game. Like, how does that make sense? It makes no sense at all. Forza Horizon franchise, right? They have been having the same copy and paste customization since what? Forza Horizon 2, Forza Horizon 3? And it's just the same copy and paste. The graphics, again, get a little tweaked. The engine sounds get a little tweaked, but it ain't no different really. It's just a game with a new map. It's all it is. It ain't nothing special. It ain't nothing new. We're putting our money in these games, and we're not really getting anything out of it. You know what I'm saying? We're just getting the new cars or the new map. That's it. And that's not how these games should be. You know what I'm saying? As these games progress, we should get more and more and more. Maybe we get the same customization or whatever, but we should get more. This game right here, this game had the same customization since the Crew 1. Almost every car in this game that has been transferred over from the Crew 1 all the way to this game has the same customization. The same customization, no different. Nothing more, probably a little less. Who the heck? They probably took some customization away. I just don't understand it at all. Like, these games, man, and it's not one franchise, it's every franchise. Forza, copy paste. Need for Speed, copy paste. The Crew, copy paste. I don't understand. I get why people don't really play these games or get on these games no more, because this copy and paste, it's the same thing over and over again. I'd be the same way. If I wasn't a content creator, I would never buy none of these games because it's the same. It's the same thing. I wouldn't even doubt that Car X Street will probably be the same thing as Car X Drift Racing, but just with an open map. That's it. It's probably gonna be the same thing, and they keep delaying that game. I don't know why, because it's really the same thing as Car X Drift Racing. It's just not no circuit tracks. It's just an online map or open map. So I don't even get why they're doing that. But the point of what I'm trying to say here is these games are the same for a higher price, and it's a problem because we're getting entitled. Not just me, not just a couple of thousand people. Everybody is. And then you get people that want to argue and complain, or not complain, but you get people that want to argue and take up for the game. Like, oh yeah, well, it's a little different, or this game is a little better. It's the same game. It just has new stuff in it. That's it. Stop trying to defend these video games with stuff that we already had in the previous one. But it bugs me, man. And it makes me mad because people really be out here trying to defend what they know is the same thing over and over. Don't defend these games. That's all, because all that's gonna happen is they're not gonna make anything better. They just gonna keep on doing what they've been doing. These franchises and these companies gotta step their game up, and we gotta be the ones to actually step in and say something. Because if we don't say nothing, they just gonna keep doing this. And that goes with everything. Why do you think? Why do you think? Like this is a little off topic, and I hope this isn't like political or anything, or it may trigger some people. But why do you think the automakers right now are striking? Because we're not getting what we want. We're not getting what we're supposed to get. We're doing the same thing for less, is what I'm trying to get at. This is the same thing for these video games. If we keep on sitting here buying these games, and if we sit here and keep on not saying anything about these games having the same stuff as the previous game, we're not gonna get more. We're gonna get the same and get less. We ourselves gotta step, as the gamers and as the car community and as the car fans ourselves, and that we know, gotta step up and say something. Because if we don't, it's just gonna be the same. And it's sad that I gotta be the one that say this. I don't think I've ever seen any other YouTuber or anybody else come out and actually make a video on this, because I'm gonna post this, and I don't think anybody else is gonna even come out and say this. Black Panther, he ain't gonna say not a word, because he's sponsored with these people. I'm not sponsored with anybody. I just make content. I spill my money into these games and make content for them, and I get paid for it in return. So it don't matter to me. I'm gonna say what I feel, because I'm just real like that. I'm gonna say what needs to be said. I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat anything just because I can make an extra quick buck because I'm sponsored by them, and I gotta make it as if the game is the best. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna say what I need to say, because if I don't, who else is? Nobody else is gonna say anything. Like they didn't gave us the U.S. map, so I guess they figured we got tired of that, so they gave us the Hawaii map. What the heck are we gonna do with the Hawaii map? This map is small as heck. You're gonna take 15-20 minutes from get to one side of the map to the other. At least in the Crew 2 and the Crew 1, we had the full-size USA. All they had to do was just tweak that. I would have been fine with the USA map like we've been having for the past 2 games now. But they want to take that out and put us on Hawaii. For what reason? I have no clue. It's just, man, it's ridiculous. But that's just my little take.